Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of What's in the Box. Before I get started, a lot of people were asking this during the last episode of What's in the Box, and the question had to do with the, I guess, new look for the series. What exactly is up with the camera in a slightly different spot and everything? It actually is a totally different camera. You see, what I wanted to do was I wanted to differentiate the look of both this show and Reaction and Review. Since I've already got the tripod and the camera and all that set up for Reaction and Review, I decided I would try something a little different. And so for the last episode of What's in the Box, I used the webcam built into my laptop, along with my, decent microphone here. And it actually wound up looking really decent, so I think I'm going to keep that as a general look for the series. I just wanted to let people know because there were people who were curious. Now, speaking of What's in the Box, yes, we do have another one, and this time it is this month's offering from Horror Pack, still in the bland, plain white bubble mailer. Oh well, I've kind of given up on them giving us anything flashier or fancier for camera. Anyway, now, Horror Pack is usually kind of a mixed bag, those of you who are new to the series. We sometimes get really great shit. I'm talking classics like, let's see, we got fucking Children of the Corn once. We got a Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2, 2-pack. We sometimes get some great stuff. And then other times we get shit from the fucking Asylum, like there was like a Hansel and Gretel Asylum movie that came in, or Mother, which just looked fucking laughably stupid. Anyway, I have no idea what is in here, and I believe it's time for us to dive in and find out exactly what possible horrors await us within this thing. Okay, it is time to bust this sucker open. Let me reach in. Might as well search for anything like odd, like steel books or slip covers. What do you know? I just found a slip cover. I actually was just about to say slip covers too. Okay, why don't we pull out the one with the slip cover? Let's see what this is. It is Stung, the Ultimate Buzzkill. I've never heard of this. Actually, no, I think I have heard of this. Where the hell have I heard of this thing? Well, it came out in 2015. If all the copyright info on the bottom here is anything to go by. A fancy garden party goes terribly wrong when a local species of wasp mutates into giant predators. It's up to Paul and Julia, let's see here, two catering staffers at the High Society event, to stop the killer creatures. An effort that kickstarts a budding romance between the two. That almost seems like a pointless thing to mention. Anyway, this buzzingly fun thriller, oh, that's even worse. Also stars Lance Henriksen and Clifton Collins Jr. So yeah, that might actually be okay. I guess it all kind of depends on how the creatures look in the movie. Funny thing, there are no shots of the creatures on any of the shots in the back. That almost seems like a horrible sign. But hey, who knows, guys? This thing actually might be, pretty good. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch it at some point and find out. All right. Well, the first one seemed okay. I'm still a bit worried that there's no shots of the actual monsters on the back cover, but oh well. I'm not going to let that get to me. Let's see if there's anything else. See which one I want to go for next. Let's go for the one that's in the middle. Why not? We've got. Is this called Blood of the Tribads X? Is that no? It actually is just Blood of the Tribads. The X there doesn't play a part in the title. This actually is the 8th in the Horror Pack Limited series. If that would focus, you'd actually be able to see that 8 a little bit better. Anyway, oh my god! And unlike previous Horror Pack Limited fucking editions, the text on the back is actually readable. In fact, I still have that copy of Chopping Block over here, which was like 2 months ago. Still don't know what the fuck it said on the back of that goddamn thing. So, okay, so why don't we give this thing a read quick. 2,000 years after the coming of the great vampire Bathor, superstition and religious violence abound. When the men are afflicted with a mysterious illness, the vampire women are blamed for their ills, and thus the hunt begins. Long forgotten lovers Elizabeth and Fantine discover that or correction, they actually discover it is their fate to piece together the past before Bathor's impending return and judgment. Huh. That actually sounds like it might be fairly fucking decent. And the cover art's got a nice cheesy kind of 80s fucking look on it. That actually sounds like it might be kind of sort of decent. I'm actually kind of sort of curious about, this one. All right, guys, 2 down. We got 2 more left. Let's see. I want to go for the one on the top or the one on the bottom. Let's go for the one on the bottom. Why not? It's Psychotica. I've never heard of this one. This one here is from Shriek Show. That's the company who put it out. It also claims to be Shriek Show's 100% fresh meat certified. That's the little stamp up there in the corner. Okay, so what do we got here? Rocked by the gruesome death of one of their friends, a group of teen heroin addicts. Oh, yeah, I guess I should have guessed heroin with the spoon on the front. Anyway, a group of teen heroin addicts barricade themselves in an abandoned farmhouse in order to kick the habit. And things get out of control when the drugs they brought with them for one last binge are more than they bargained for. If you're going to lock yourself up to get fucking clean, why the hell would you bring more fucking junk in with you? That just seems... I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry if I'm already poking holes in this thing, but that just sounds incredibly stupid. They struggle to escape with their lives when one of them snaps and turns violent. Well, that might actually be okay. Still don't know why a bunch of heroin addicts bring more heroin in with them when they lock themselves up to get fucking clean. But hey, this actually might be kind of sort of decent. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out at some point though. All right, guys, so far this one actually shaping up to be a fairly decent month. I guess now we got to take a look at the last movie here, and I honestly don't even remember what any of the hints were. I mean, I've got them all saved, and you guys just saw the hint for this one. I don't know what it is until I start editing this thing. Let's pull it out and find out. It's Heath Ledger in the Order. Order. I've never heard of this one. Okay, so for centuries, a secret order of priests has existed within the church. A renegade priest, Father Alex Bernier, played by Heath Ledger, is sent to Rome to investigate the mysterious death of one of the order's most revered members. Following a series of strangely similar killings, Bernier launches an investigation that forces him to confront unimaginable evil and the terrifying knowledge that there is a fate worse than death. Also starring Peter Weller and Shannon Sossamon. The Order is a thrilling journey from beginning to end. Out of all of them, this one actually is the one that sounds the least fucking, like, interesting. And that honestly is not just because I'm not a fan of Ledger. It's just because this one just does not sound that interesting to me, guys. But hey, who knows? It actually might be decent at some point. I might just break fucking down and watch it. I'm really not totally sure. There it is, guys. We got this month's horror pack right here. And once more to break it all down. Stung sounds really fascinating. Would probably have been better if we'd actually gotten a screenshot showing us what these giant mutant wasps actually looks like on screen. But oh well, I'm going to let that pass. What the hell was this one called again? It was Blood of the Tribads or Trebidades. I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to pronounce that, guys. Let me just get the title up there on screen. Tribads, Trebidades, whatever the fuck. This one sounds like it might be fairly decent. Hopefully I'll find a trailer so I know how to fucking pronounce that word. Anyway, Psychotica sounds like it might be fairly decent, if not without, a couple of, possible questionable holes. And the Order just doesn't sound that interesting to me. In fact, it sounds kind of sort of cookie cutter and bland. So ultimately, if we were to set that one off to the side, we've got 2 of them that sound really fascinating, one of them that sounds kind of sort of questionable, and, well, the Order, I just don't have any interest in the Order, unfortunately. When all is said and done, would I be able to recommend this? I honestly am not sure. I mean, I know for a fact that Scream fucking Factory's Blu-rays are usually kind of pricey, so at least that's not like a bargain fucking bin title. Unfortunately, these two both absolutely stink of bargain bin, and I'm getting kind of tired of, running into stuff that even feels like it's a bargain, bin title. I'm probably going to look that up before I finish editing the video, and I'll put the prices up on these two to actually see if my see if my suspicions are correct. And of course, this one I can't even check the price on because it's a horror pack exclusive. Ultimately, this thing cost about $20. You know what? Just simply off of these two, I would probably say it's probably worth it. Now, if you guys want to try your hand at horror pack and you want to start getting Blu-rays or fucking DVDs every single month, by all means, I do have a link for you in this video's description. Click on that. Go over there. I believe that when you click on that, it's going to give you a code for a discount, and it'll also give me a discount on my next box, which then of course helps guarantee that I make more of these. And I should mention that throughout all of 2017, Horror Pack is going to be giving away exclusive Blu-rays every single month, which is why we're already up to number 8, and I've only had this service for I think about a year because they just started doing this. Anyway, honestly, this one here seems a little bit more promising than other horror packs I've gotten. So I honestly am not able to complain too much. So yeah, I'm totally gonna put these in the growing pile of horror pack movies, and hopefully I will eventually get around to watching a few of these at some point. I'm not totally sure. Anyway, guys, that is gonna do it for this installment of What's in the Box. Until next time, guys, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.